look in the mirror, man, you're so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. In this reaction video, I will be discussing a lady, well, a couple ladies in this one big clip. But one in particular is going to admit that most American black women are not attractive according to society standards. This is what she says. This is coming out of her mouth. And she also applies that statement to herself. And I agree that it does apply to her. And that's not to be disrespectful or funny. But I do admire the humility that it takes for someone to actually acknowledge their appearance. You get what I'm saying? So we're finna get into this right quick. Hold on 1 second. I'll put it on the screen. Boom. All right, now, as I always say, hold on, I gotta cut the music off because it's kind of low in the beginning. All right, let's get it.
A lot of men believe that if a woman is not their type, that she shouldn't be anybody else's type.
As a socially unattractive woman, I feel this on a spiritual level. And not only do they think that no one else should be attracted to you, they also feel like you shouldn't have any dating expectations and you should just be grateful for whoever.
Now, let's get this clear. All right. If you realize that you are unattractive, if you realize that you're overweight and you're not doing the work needed to lose the weight, especially if you're trying to get one of these quote unquote high tier men, these what you call high value men, or any man for that matter, if you know for a fact, because there's a lot of women who do that. There's a lot of women say, yeah, I'm a little big here, I'm a little big there. I need to lose some weight. Let me make some New Year's resolutions. Then they don't keep them. So they are acknowledging that they are not as good looking as they would like to be. So if you find a man who is willing to accept you at your lowest because you're choosing to be at that level instead of trying to aspire to get in shape. If you find a man who accepts you like that, then you should absolutely be grateful. Stop complaining. Because it's not the men who are settling. I mean, it's not the women who are settling. It is the men now who are settling in this day and age. What do I mean? Half of all black men are middle class, have no children, childless. Nearly half. According to the statistical data that I presented before in previous videos, at least 58 to 59% of American black women in 2024 have multiple baby daddies. So when a man gets with a woman who has multiple baby daddies and multiple children, then he has to settle for you. Women want men to not think like that. They want men to think, hey, I'm a package deal. In other words, whenever you hear a woman say, you got to accept me for who I am because I am a package deal, meaning that I have children from other men, what they are saying to you, gentlemen, is that you need to settle for less than what you feel that you deserve. Every man deserves the right to create his own family, every right to make his own legacy. You understand what I'm trying to say here? So nowadays, men are settling for you. It's not the other way around. Yes, there's men who have children as well outside of wedlock, but not as much as you women. Let's keep going.
Whoever is trying to talk to you.
This is 100% because men decide that if you are not the beauty standard, you're not even worth humane treatment oftentimes. They've been conditioned in such a way that the world doesn't even treat societally unattractive women correctly. As a woman who is societally unattractive, this is the treatment that we received.
Now, I want you to understand when she said that they don't meet the standards of society, you could be pretty to yourself, okay? You could be pretty to yourself. You could think that you're the best thing, you're hot, but it doesn't mean that people who are looking at you feel the same way. This is why you have women who are overweight or obese who are wearing too tight clothing, and they say, you can't tell me anything. I'm sexy. Yeah, I got a gut, but there's some good coochie underneath this gut. Yeah, I got this fupa, but there's some good coochie underneath this fupa. I'm bad. I'm a bad chick. In their minds, they believe that. But the dating scene, the dating market, the men out there are not saying that. They're not agreeing with you. If they did, they'll be flocking after you. Okay? It just is what it is. A lot of times you have to lose the weight and accept yourself. There's nothing wrong with looking average. There's nothing wrong with being an average looking person. So I'm not knocking that. But the problem is today's age, Women put themselves on pedestals so high that they have unrealistic expectations and requirements of men. So they can't keep a man. For one, they're not attractive enough when it comes to their physical shape a lot of times. They're either overweight, covered in tattoos from head to toe, got a grill in their mouth, smell like marijuana, cuss a whole lot. So they're not physically attractive. They can be sexy, but there's a little bit different. Now, let me say this right here. They can look, there's some women that look nice with all them tattoos on. They're attractive to your flesh as a man. But a lot of men don't want to wife a woman who is vulgar, profane, have no domestic skills, disrespectful, loud. Men don't want to wife that, but men will sleep with that. You see what I'm saying? Let's keep going.
This is the treatment that we received. We are looked at like, how dare you have standards? How dare you think highly of yourself? You're not like, this is mind you, these are subconscious beliefs. They will project onto us and make us feel like we're wrong for.
We do not project these thoughts upon you, and you're right. How dare you have standards? How dare you have expectations when you don't have standards in your own life to keep yourself up? How dare you have a standard that you feel that I must obey or comply with when you refuse to have a standard to keep yourself in shape, to keep yourself at a decent weight, to keep yourself looking good, to keep yourself from walking outside with hair bunnets and dirty PJs and Crocs on as if you have no self-respect. So yes, how do you or how dare you have standards for men that you feel we must comply to when you don't have any for yourselves? That's what you women are not understanding. How can a man say I can't have no standards? We're looking at you and we can see that your standards are piss poor. Your individual standards are piss poor. Where it counts, especially when it comes to being with men, there's certain things you got to be like. Personality, be in shape. Now, there's some people who are out of shape who like out of shape people, or maybe some people in shape that might like someone that's out of shape, whatever. But in mass, majority of men don't want women who are obese, who don't look like they wash their face in the morning, who have their hair looking all nappy. And I'm not against natural hair. I think natural hair is beautiful, so don't take it that way. What I mean is when they don't have their hair did. You get what I'm saying? They don't look like they put any effort in their appearance. That's what I'm talking about.
Onto us and make us feel like we're wrong for saying, hey, actually, you can't treat me like that. You can't cheat on me. No, I have preferences too. And I have standards. They will look at you like, how dare you? You're fat. How dare you? You're ugly. How dare you? So you're pretty much stripped of your humanity when you don't match what society tells people is beautiful. A lot of people are brainwashed. They're caught up in groupthink. So they only want someone who their homeboys agree is attractive. The women only want to hang out with women the world finds attractive. They wouldn't want to be caught with somebody who's not societally attractive.
That has nothing to do with anything. If a man loves a woman, he don't care what his friends think about her. I'll be honest with you. You know what I mean? Most time that happens is, all right, if a woman is already fine in the beginning and they get married or whatever, they stay together, women tend to let themselves go sometimes. You know what I mean? So they don't look like they used to be. You know, your boys make really, I don't know anybody like that. Personally, I don't know nobody who's going to have that type of boldness to tell you, hey, man, your wife getting too big. Your wife, look, I don't know anybody like that. Maybe you do. I don't know. I really don't know nobody who's like that. And if I had someone that like that in my corner, I'll put them out my corner. They got to go. You get what I'm saying? This is just another way of excusing herself. This is how she keeps from taking accountability for her weight that she says she has. I know I'm big, I'm overweight, I'm fat, all this stuff. She has not yet said what I'm going to try to do is try to lose this weight. It's somebody else's fault. It ain't no group thinking. It just, beauty can be subjective and objective at the same time, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what you look like when you ain't got no clothes in the mirror, woman. So it ain't got nothing to do with men don't like fat women, men don't like big women. It ain't that at all. It's that you don't love yourself enough or like yourself enough to lose the weight to become attractive that way. Because if you did, you wouldn't be on TikTok talking about, oh, they all some sheep. They want to think like this. The truth is, you don't want to take care of your health. You don't want to get the weight off. That's all this is right here.
They wouldn't want to be caught with somebody who's not societally attractive. Most people are brainwashed, and that's something we need to remember. So I really don't want y'all to take it personally. If you are a woman who is, or even a man who is societally unattractive, you will be treated differently. And that's just what it is. It's not fair, but it's reality. And you have to learn to get your confidence from within. You have to learn to do your own thing and not be fixated on other people accepting you and accepting your attraction. You are attractive if you decide that that is what you are. But understand that world is going to be separate from the real world that classifies you as someone who is ugly or unattractive. You just have to understand there's a duality to you existing in this plane. It just is what it is. It's unfair, but that's life.
At least you admit that. You can think that you're pretty in your head, but everybody else don't have to think like that. You get what I'm saying? It just is what it is. So it might be a cold lesson for you, but it is what it is. Your standards should not be above your looks. Your expectations of men should not be higher than your appearance, man. If you down here, real low on your appearance, and your standards and everything else need to kind of match your appearance. Stop trying to expect dime piece treatment when you look like a -2. You understand what I'm saying here? This is just reality, man. I'm not trying to insult nobody. This is for educational purposes, this video is. I'm not insulting nobody, but I want you to understand you need a dose of reality. Our women need a dose of reality because you got women out here that look like Precious who think they look better than Beyonce in her prime or something like that, or Rihanna or what's her name, Doja Cat, whatever, but they don't look like that. But they got a world telling them, you look good, girl. You look good, girl. You're beautiful, girl. No. It just is what it is. You got two groups, attractive and unattractive. Well, I say three. You got attractive, average, unattractive. I say that right there. That might make more sense. You know what I mean? But anyway, I'll be talking to y'all pretty soon. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this one. Y'all take it easy now, yeah?